Hey, it's DxFatty here, back with another episode of Bakuman. And now what we did last was see a bunch of story and then started inking a character. Now he's getting mad about his notebook that has Azuki in it. Okay, I do not know what any of this means because I have not been practicing my Japanese. Oh yeah, he was thinking how cute she was. And then he asks if he can go to the nurse's office. And then she's wondering if he's okay, and then he asks the teacher if he can go to the nurse's office. And he's talking to him in the nurse's office, asking what was up, and then he starts laughing because he was thinking about Azuki. And then the nurse is like, if y'all are gonna play around, then why are y'all even in here? So they leave and they go to the rooftop. And then they talk about manga. They are great friends. They're talking about what type of manga they want to create, and they're talking about the stories. Like one of their stories is about a blind baseball player. Basically, he gets hit with a baseball as a kid, and he ends up blind, and then he comes back later being able to play baseball real well because his dad trained him the rest of his life. And they don't even know where to start and stuff and things. Let's go to the convenience store. Oh, wrong place. Wow, I really suck at this. Eh. Let's go to library. Oh wow, I really do suck at this. Then let's go home. I think he's contemplating asking his mom if he can get his dead uncle's manga studio that he used to make manga. And he's like, my mom is gonna ask my dad after I ask my mom. And I don't have a lot of attachment to my dad because he's always working. And then his mom's like, no, you can't have it. You can't be like your uncle. And then he's like, you still need to talk to dad. And then when dad gets back, when his dad gets back, his dad says yes, and then he has to ask his grandpa if he can have the keys to the studio, which he hands them the keys willingly, because the grandpa and the dad figured this would happen and actually wanted this to happen. Good old uncle here worked himself to death. Which is a little upsetting. Would have liked to have seen more interaction with Uncle since father is absent. But then he calls up Shujin, and he's like, "What?" Now let's go to studio. Do I need a train? Yes, I would like to go on train. Makes it to the studio, and there's Shujin, and then they both check it out. It's like, hey, MTV, check out my crib. It's superhero legend, or Bakuman. That's what the Japanese live action movie said was calling it. I'm stupid, so I didn't figure out that that could have been the series, like the inside series name. But they kept on calling it Superhero Legend, which has terrible art, but is super famous for its comedy. And then what they just showed was all their scripts and stuff and things. All of his extra things, like his storyboards, and then his actual final pieces that didn't get through. And then there's his collection of dip pens and rulers and stuff you need to make manga. I have a dip pen. I use G Pen. It's fun. If only I actually knew what these words meant. Like, I know what the symbols are, but I actually don't know the word. And it's upsetting. Eugene. I watched all of the anime and I have all of the manga of Bakuman. Very good series. And I also like the voice actors, they fit well. Now I have to play reading game to make good story. Of course I'm gonna do terrible because I don't know what this is saying. Bad. Oh. Bad. Great. Oh, cool. I did it. I'm actually okay at this. I'm slowly figuring out game. I don't need to know a different language to enjoy different language games. I can go past the barrier of languages. We're just gonna always pick the first option. So far, it's leading us well. I think this is where they talk about manga. I can't remember where. It's either on the rooftop or here, but I will definitely here. I think they just said you have to be 18 for manga stuff. I think. They're like, we really want to be manga artists, so we need to wait. Starts checking out storyboards and stuff. And he calls up his dad, like, I understand, Dad. My uncle didn't commit suicide. And his dad's like, of course your uncle didn't commit suicide. He died of hard work. He was a hardworking man. And he's like, I get that. And I see now that he was so hardworking and stuff. And then his dad says a saying from a manga, and he's like, do you remember it? Which I can't remember the saying. But he does. And it's supposed to be a touchy moment between Mashiro and his dad, even though you never actually see his dad's face. And then after searching through the closet of final drafts and storyboards, they find love letters from Azuki's mom. It's spoilers, but it's showing up. You actually see all this in the first volume of the manga. I bought the first volume of the manga, then bought the box set, which is all 20 volumes with a little extra stuff for fun. I also bought the box set for A Silent Voice. Well, I got it for Christmas. I watched the movie for that. It was really good. But you don't get the whole story, but it was very good for what they did, what they could do. It's Azuki! What? It's Azuki's mom. It's in the DNA. The DNA. And he keeps on going on about DNA. Not because I can see that. That's just his character. He does that for a long time. I forget where it is, but I think it's like at the start when they first meet in the classroom. They talk about the things you need to be a manga artist. And the last one is gambling. Can I take a train? I don't know what's going on here. I never saw her in the manga. this is gonna be a lot of my gameplay. Is me wandering around for hours. And I figured it out. Oh, this is where they're walking home, and Azuki's family is. Oh no, never mind. This is when they know Azuki's not home, so they go see Azuki's mom. And then he's like, 42, I can't believe it. She looks just like Azuki. Is Azuki gonna look that when she's older? And then he's like, I don't like how her hair's done. And then they say sorry for, that's what Gomenesai means. Then they say sorry for reading the letters they found. It wasn't their business. But she doesn't mind. And then she realized that Mashiro's uncle likes him, and they just said thank you very much for forgiving him. I think that's how this went down. Go read the first volume, and you'll get all of this. Get all of this story goodness. And now he's thinking about one of his stories where one of his uncle's stories where the character was like, I can't be with you until I become a great hero or something like that. And his girl likes him, but he just wants to keep on proving himself, and he ends up getting slapped. That was based on his life? What? And she knew it. She brought it up, and how she used to watch the series and everything. And she also liked him. And she asked which one of you are Azuki's boyfriend. And Mashiro was like, technically me. And then they go hang out in the park and go play on the stuff. And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna make manga. Finally, Mashiro's resolve is there. He really has to do it. Now Shujin is hype. And they're both gonna run to the studio, I think, and start doing stuff. That means we have to catch a train. A good train. Yes, I would like to take the train. Hi. Yeah. Oh man, time to draw some superhero legend. Oh man, I messed up because I wasn't paying attention. Oh man. Let's get that good superhero legend. main character on. Yeah! And then I fall over. Well, he falls over. Someone falls over. And he falls asleep in class because he's so tired. Everyone laughs. Heh 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 heh. He's like, oh, why are you so tired? I was drawing all night, man. I almost used my G pen as a regular pen. And then he's like, I made you a spare key because we're friends. Now, probably gonna have to go to the studio, I hope. Would you like to go to take a train to the studio? Yeah. What? And he's like, these are such good pictures. And he's like, no, they're not. They're all stiff and everything, and they're not good. I need more free lines. The G pen's so hard to use. What? And they go to the Venus store to buy a new copy of Jump, the latest one, and then they notice the series in it, and it's made by someone who's also 15 years old, named EIJI NIZUMA. 15, just like us. Whoa. Oh yeah, someone's like, hey, that's really good, man. And then this smug guy is like, yeah, I'm so good at this stuff. I'm so good at art. And Mashihiro's like, that sucks. He's not actually like that. But something happens and Shujin punches him in the face. But I don't actually remember when that happens. But he gets um whatever he can't go back to school for a second because he was in a fight. Shujin did not have such a good life growing up. Azuki. He's like, I'm doing manga for Azuki, and Shujin's upset. top options, best option. We're not even there to making our first manga yet. Whoa. They really want to be manga artists. Well, I think I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.